Welcome to the remote online notarization section of the Oregon Secretary of State's Notary Education course. The Oregon Legislature passed permanent legislation that legalizes remote online notarizations in the state of Oregon. You cannot perform remote notarizations until you apply with and receive an acknowledgement from the Corporation Division of the Oregon Secretary of State. The following slideshow will give you information about remote notarizations and show you how to apply to become a RON notary. Remote online notarizations, or RON, are conducted using a platform with specific security features that meet requirements in Oregon statute and administrative rule. Here is a short list of the elements that are present for any RON notarization. RON was first adopted in the state of Virginia in 2012. Since then, most states have adopted some form of RON through legislation or emergency order in response to the pandemic. Because Oregon was the 48th state to adopt RON, there has been plenty of time to test this new way of doing notarizations. It is safe for both notaries and consumers, and it is regulated carefully to ensure that these protections stay in place. Verifying the identity of the signer is a critical first step to a successful notarization. RON platforms use a multi-factor identification process that is called knowledge-based authentication. The notary's responsibility to confirm the signer's identity is the final step in the multi-factor ID process. If the notary cannot confirm the signer's identity, they may not complete the notarization. Remote online notarization is exactly what it sounds like, a notarization performed remotely over the internet. Although all of the other legal requirements remain the same for the notarization, the signer and notary do not meet in person. While RON notarizations are conducted using an online platform, they still involve the same type of transactions. Here are a few things that are different between traditional, electronic, and RON notarizations. Notice that the processes for RON notarization are slightly more complex than those for traditional notarizations. Journal retention is the same, and the fees are higher to accommodate technology costs for the platform. Notaries are responsible for making sure that the platform they choose to perform RON notarizations must meet the state's technology standards. Because these standards are largely the same from state to state, notaries may rely on the platform's declaration that they meet these standards. You can find a partial list of platforms that meet Oregon standards online at sos.oregon.gov. Search for remote online notarization. Please note that you may not use GoToMeeting, FaceTime, Zoom, or other teleconferencing applications to perform a RON notarization. They do not meet all of the state's requirements for a RON platform. RON platforms include secure, reliable, and recordable video conferencing. Either the notary or the platform must keep a copy of the recording for 10 years from the date of the notarization. Notaries can use some of the same skills employed with traditional or electronic notarizations to ensure that the signer is willing and understands the reason for the notarization. Find more tips in our Notary Toolkit online at sos.oregon.gov/notary. Notaries may use a digital journal provided by the platform, even though RON platforms differ slightly from one another. The platform will ensure that the audio-visual recording of the notarization is logically tied to the transaction in the notary's journal. Only commissioned notaries may apply to perform RONs. After receiving an acknowledgement from Oregon Secretary of State, you may perform RON notarizations. Now we will show you how to use our website to get the remote notarization notice form. Go to our website, sos.oregon.gov/notary. Click on Remote Online Notarization. There are 2 places on this page that you can get to the form. Once you complete the form, be sure to print and then sign it before sending it to us. Email your completed form to notary-team.sos@oregon.gov. Make sure to include an attachment with your electronic stamp and signature. You can get more information by going to our website, sos.oregon.gov/business/pages/remote-online-notarization.aspx. In summary, you must be a commissioned notary to apply to perform remote online notarizations. You cannot perform remote notarizations until you submit the remote notarization notice form to our office and have received approval. Contact our office with questions and concerns.